Alright, so back with another video, and today we're going to talk about Shungite. We're going to talk about the hidden properties of Shungite. Now, I made a video a while back. I think it was on the reason why I didn't go to my uncle's funeral. And I told you guys about Shungite and the fact that I have been using Shungite in my water to remove toxins. Based on experience is always the best way to give anyone knowledge. And I also wrote some notes. So I wanted to get deep into knowledge about it. I researched a little bit, and Shungite water has been used successfully to treat a number of conditions such as eczema, juvenile acne, and it's very powerful. That when I researched this, I'm like, okay, aha, this is why, this has been helping us. And it's been benefiting my daughters because they have eczema. I told you guys in the post back that my girls have eczema. Since I've been using this, I've noticed the tremendous difference. Now, I'm fairly new to Shungite water. It's been a year, and I started researching more when I got into this apartment. Now, it can be used in compressors for cleansing or soaking your hands and feet. So I started implementing this in my baths because my girls been, taking these treatment baths since babies, but we never knew anything about Shungite. But all the things that I implement, I'm going to show you guys in another video how I prepared the baths for my daughters, for you guys who are suffering from eczema or any type of acne or anything like that, because the treatment that I use is good for acne as well. Because you can see my face is clear right now. I was suffering from so many bumps, and I'm usually a no bump girl. I don't get bumps in my face, but I've been getting it on my lip. See that? I don't have herpes and nothing like that. Something has been biting me in my apartment, but the treatment that I use, I'm going to show you guys, is very beneficial. Now, Shungite water can improve skin tone, and I just told you that. It's been helping smooth my face out. I just had a huge rash. I had a huge rash when I woke up, and it's like ill, and it's like it works within minutes. Like once you soak it, and I'm going to be realistic, soak it for about 30 minutes to an hour, and you will see improvement. So if you guys have acne, I want you guys to go back to my flaxseed ointment that I made post back. Shungite water has an ability to clean water from almost all organic compounds, including pesticides and metals. It removes heavy metals, chlorine, and it enriches the potassium. Listen, I started making this water, and I could tell immediately once I drink it. I made a post back. I told you guys I was drinking the water, and that day, I didn't notice how wonderful, properties were until I, recorded my, activities that day. Because like I said, it's been a year since I've been using this, but I didn't know that it was helping me until that day. My uncle had just passed away within that week, and I'm like, you know what? Let me go back and start making my Shungite water again, because I started before and I stopped. And I'm going to tell you who gave me this idea. My daughter was getting shots 3 times a week for her allergies. And I had a wonderful lady who pulled me to the side and asked me, did I know anything about Shungite? And I hadn't known about crystals like I do now. I started researching more, and I had a guy that I met him at a swap shop in Sunrise, Florida. And he gave me and my girls these stones that, they were wearing while we were at a shelter, because I met him while I was at a shelter. And for some reason, he pulled me to the side. I thought he was flirting with me. I always get that. So I thought he was flirting with me. I ignored him and kept walking. When I came back, he said, hey, I know exactly what you want. He didn't know I was looking for jewelry for my godchildren. I was looking for a chain for these children that I had just adopted as godchildren. I wanted them to have a chain. And he's like, I know what you want. And he's like, come here, show me these gems. And I'm like, nah, because I was looking for chains for a boy. So I'm like, nah, these are more girly. But when he told me that these were inherited from his ancestors and he had them for so long, I'm like, okay, let me listen now, because I was being very stubborn, didn't want to listen to him. Like I said, I thought he was flirting with me. Then he gave me a few gems on, and when I say gem, I mean knowledge. He gave me a few gems on the background of those crystals, and I'm like, aha. So he gave me a blue agate and an amethyst. and my girls have been wearing them for such a long time. The fluorine content in the shungite is where its healing properties come from. It is believed to be a miracle stone that can help in the treatment of physical health. It can boost mental health and include positive energy. Fluorines are powerful and longevity, and I'm saying this wrong. I'm a scribble scribble girl. So I can't even read my own handwriting. My penmanship is horrible when I'm rushing. But shungite is believed to have the ability to absorb and completely neutralize the dangerous frequencies from EMF radiation. I told you guys in the post back that shungite blocks EMF. Listen, I was researching this stuff after one day I get on my laptop, and I told you this, but in a video I was telling you guys that I was being blocked from doing certain tasks on my laptops, all three of my laptops, mine and my two daughters' laptops, two of them that were sent from K-12. One of them is one that I purchased from a swap shop. So I was being unable to use them along with my phone. I'm going to show you guys in another video. I don't know if I'm going to post it before this video or after this video, but I'm going to show you guys how to tell if shungite is elite shungite, if it's authentic. You know what I mean? So I was, I was led to just sit my shungite on the laptop, and somehow, voila, it starts to work. So I went deep diving, and I saw this, and I'm like, whoa. The reason that shungite is believed to be able to do this is due to the fluorine inside, which is hollow, pure carbon molecules. Shungite never needs cleansing because it doesn't take in any negative energy. You can cleanse and balance your other crystals by sitting them in a bowl or near the shungite to keep them balanced and to energize them. That's how powerful shungite is. You don't need to cleanse these crystals. They are self-absorbing. They don't take in any negative energy whatsoever. You have other protective stones such as black tourmaline, you have obsidian, you have a lot of different crystals are protective stones, but they're not like shungite. Shungite does not absorb in those energies. Unlike tourmaline, I'm going to tell you in another video about black tourmaline is also a protective stone which also blocks EMF radiation, but the abilities are different from shungite. This is what makes shungite the most elite, powerful protective stone. Now, I want you guys to go ahead and get you some shungite. I'm going to show you guys how I prepare my water, and it's very simple. It's no, special techniques that you need to gain to do this. You're going to get you a glass of water, maybe 8 ounces, or depending on how much water you're trying to cleanse, but try to cleanse 8 ounces at a time, because shungite can rust if you keep them in water too long. And it's natural, but you want to be able to monitor this. You don't want to keep it in so long, so the more water, the longer you have to let it sit. So you're going to get some nugget size shungite. Unless, like I said, if you're going to do a whole gallon of water, you're going to have to need more shungite. But what I found very, very vital is that you need to do this in a glass pitcher. You do not want to do this in plastic because, like I said, it's absorbent. You don't want to absorb the plastic. You want to have this soaking in a glass. Any type of glass is best. So like I said, maybe 8 ounces. Usually I do it here and there in sections for me and my children. And what I mean about that, what I do is I get 3 glasses for me and my children, because you don't need to do this all day. You're going to do this 1 cup a day. You're going to do 8 ounces for you and whomever you're making this for. So get you some individual glasses, which is best. Get a glass that you can remove, or you're going to get a strainer and strain it, because you're not going to. Sometimes, I just leave mine in there depending on how small it is, because I'm going to drink it right away. But you're going to strain this out. You're going to, have a glass that has an opening that you can fit those nugget size shungite inside. That's all you need. You do not need, I would say, 2 to 3. 3 is best. 3 small size nugget shungite crystals. So when you're going to your gym retailer, you don't want to buy these online unless you find someone that has the elite shungite. And shungite is nowhere else in the world except Russia. So you're going to go to a gem retailer that you trust and know that is getting this supply from Russia. So like I said, you're going to see the difference immediately when you start to drink this. What you're going to do is, I would put my gym retailer in the description, but I can't do that right now. I don't need him to be, fabricate his stuff to be messed with while I'm still going to him right now. And when I move, I would put links down. But what I want you guys to do is go on Etsy. I find Etsy to be very authentic most of the time. You're going to research and you're going to go on the reviews and find out what these customers think about this retailer, because you want them to be authentic. Now I'm going to give you another video on how to test them. I'm going to give you the simplest way to test your Shungite, because the Shungite is magnetic. Black tourmaline as well. Shungite is magnetic, so you should be able to test this with your flashlight or with your phone. And I'm going to show you why my Shungite was able to absorb and release these magnetic properties. They're going to absorb it and release it. It really does not, when I say absorb it, it's going to block it. It's not going to absorb it into the crystal, so you don't need to cleanse it. What it's going to do is absorb it in a way that it's blocking it, if that makes any sense. So you're going to sleep with it. I keep them around my neck, and I make pouches. I make pouches like this. I don't like, the materials that I'm using right now. As far as my necklaces, I'm going to get better. Then I'm going to start selling these on Etsy. But I just don't want to just give you guys anything for the money of it. I want it to be perfect. I want you guys to love it. I don't want it to pop. So I just made this, with a shoe screen and, a little scarf that I had. And I made my little pouch. And I have my Walking with Warriors pouch inside of this that I got from my root doctor. Yeah, get you a root doctor as well. I'm going to give you guys some knowledge on that, because a lot of people are scared of stuff like that when they hear it, like, oh God. But I'm going to give you some knowledge on that. But I want you guys to get you some Shungite, especially if you guys live in an apartment building where the Wi-Fi and 5G towers are very close to you. You want to be able to block this EMF radiation. So I want you guys to go ahead and get you some Shungite. I want you to get you some black tourmaline. I want you guys to get you some obsidian. I want you guys to get you some organite. I'm going to give you some videos on my gym haul, because I did it before, but for some reason I do not like the way the video looks. The quality of it looks is like it's very, I'm not going to do it. So I'm going to do another haul, another crystal haul, and I'm going to show you guys which crystals are protective stones. But when you guys are shopping for gems, you need to be able to go. It's good to go on Etsy and look here and there if you know what you're looking for. So that's very vital. If you know what you're looking for, then you can go on Etsy and you can research these retailers, like I said, and then you can test them at home. There's ways to test every crystal. But if you're new to crystals, you want to go to a gem retailer. You don't need to research and find out what other people are using. You don't need to go online and find out what other people are buying. You're going to go and listen to what I'm about to say. This is very vital with crystals, because if you're ready to be connected to these gems, they're not going to work if you're not ready. So people are like, there's a bunch of rocks, kick rocks. They think that just rocks. No, they're not. You have to be mentally ready for these crystals, and you're going to be very, very, very careful. I'm going to do another video on why you should not buy crystals and why you should, because it's very vital. They're very powerful. So what you're going to do is go to this gem retailer and you're going to browse and get a feel for these crystals. This is what I always do. I don't take word from anyone else. I go there and I get a feel of these gems, and that's when I know which ones I need. You're going to hold it in your hand and you're going to take 3 mindful breaths and you're going to meditate on it for a few seconds. And you're going to know right away which one you need. You're going to feel a powerful energetic force within you. And you're going to know right then and there, that's the crystal that I need. So I hope I helped you guys out. If anything else that I missed, I want you guys to drop those comments down below. Let me know what you want to see next. Let me know what else you're, trying to figure out about stones if you get ready, because you have to ask questions first. Don't just dive in. Like I said, You need to research. And when I mean about research, it does not only include going online and researching certain crystals from what others are getting. You are going to browse, go to different shops before you buy them. Go to this shop, go to that shop, go to that shop. And then just like a car, if you're going to purchase a car, you're not going to just go to the first one and buy it. You're not going to do that. You're going to say, okay, I like this one. I'm going to come back here if I don't, if I don't find anything else. This is the one I like. You're going to do that with gems. You're going to go to a couple, pick 3 that you're going to go research them online and say, hey, okay, this is, I'm going to go this one, I'm going to go to that one, I'm going to go to that one. So you're going to go compare and contrast and get a feel of those stones. And whichever stones give you the most powerful connections, those are the ones that you need. So I'm going to stop it right here because the train is going to interrupt my video. So I want to say, don't you guys forget to be a blessing to somebody else today, because you might change your life. This works. Get y'all some Shungite water.